Saw them myself into a taxi bound for the docks on Thursday morning. And yet now you tell me that this morning you saw the pale figure of Mr. Eustace standing with arm upraised in valediction as you passed by.
Good heavens. Jeeves.
Bertie, I'm uneasy.
Uneasy, eh?
On my way to the gallery this morning, I saw quite clearly as I see you now, the phantasm of poor dear Eustace.
The what of poor dear Eustace?
Pay attention, Bertie. The phantasm. The wraith.
Oh, all right, Aunt Agatha, it's a fair cop. I'm trying...
Do be quiet, boy. It was only for a moment, but it was so clear that for an instant I thought it was Eustace himself. Do you think those poor dear boys are safe, Bertie? They've not met with some horrible accident.
Oh, I see. A phantasm or wraith. Well, I mean to say, by Jove, it's always possible. Those in peril on the sea and whatnot. It's pretty dangerous stuff, water. You know, typhoons and so on, waves.
Don't blither, Bertie.
No, right.
Well, I'm sorry, Eustace. Marion does not want to see you. She as good as said as much last night.
What rot? She distinctly said to me that she was fed up with you hanging around like a vulture with the crew.
Ah, the very persons I've got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, not now, old chap. No time for bone picking. I'm just off to take Marion to the races.
I'm taking Marion to the races.
Neither of you is taking Marion to the races.
What?
You were seen this morning by Aunt Agatha.
No.
Fortunately, she's got it into her head that you were some kind of wraith.
That's why I'm going to the wraith track. Very amusing.
Yes, well, jolly as it may seem to go around giving Aunt Agatha shocks, I must from now on absolutely forbid you from wandering at large around the metrop.
Well, I suppose we could buy a couple of disguises. My dear old chap. The brightest idea on record.
That's settled then.
What a lark about the accident, though, Bertie, eh?
Accident? What accident? Jeeves? Jeeves? Am I a man to complain, Jeeves?
Good afternoon, sir. No, indeed not, sir.
No, that's what I thought. However...
You were about to inquire, I beg to imagine, sir, who is in your pyjamas in the second best bedroom?
Well, yes, Jeeves. Yes, call me an old fuddy-duddy if you will, but that thought was in the process of crossing my mind.
Miss Pendlebury had the misfortune to run over a gentleman in her car almost immediately outside this building, sir. He sustained a slight fracture of the leg.
But Miss Pendlebury is all right.
Physically, her condition appeared to be satisfactory, sir. She was suffering a certain distress of mind.
Ah, well, that's her beautiful and sympathetic nature, you see. Yeah, it must be a hard world for a girl, Jeeves, with fellows flinging themselves under the wheels of her car in an unending stream. But what's the chump doing in my pyjamas?
It was Miss Pendlebury who desired the gentleman to be brought up to the apartment, sir. She also instructed me to summon a medical man and to telephone the gentleman's sister.
What's his sister got to do with it?
The patient's next of kin, sir. This sister appeared most desirous of seeing you.
Ah, wanting to thank me brokenly, I suppose, for putting up her little brother, eh?
Possibly, sir. On the other hand, she did allude to you in tones suggestive of disapprobation. Feckless idiot was one of the terms she employed.
Feckless idiot? You?
Ah, Wooster.
You didn't tell me it was Lucius Pym?
I didn't wish to distress you any further, sir.
Well, how long was he going to be here?
About a week or so, I fancy.
A week?
Now, about this accident, Wooster. My sister is married to Alexander Slingsby.
What, the soup man? Yes, I met him the other night.
Yes, the point I am trying to make is that my sister loves me devotedly, and she might try to persecute poor little Gladys if she knew that it was she who was driving the car that laid me out.
But she doesn't know.
I told her that I was knocked over by a car driven by you.
a minute, by me?
She'll be calling on you tomorrow, and I recommend, if you want a pleasant interview, that you sweeten her a bit. Send her some champagne, a few smiles, a tactful word or two, and she'll be melted before you know where you are.
Oh, a blasted nerve, Jeeves.
The gentleman does seem to have an ample supply of effrontery, sir.
If Lucius Pym thinks I'm going to knuckle under to this ludicrous scheme of his, then Lucius Pym has got another thing fast approaching the 5-furlong marker. We Woosters are made of sterner stuff than the Pyms of this world imagine, Jeeves.
I'm sure that's true, sir.
Still, wouldn't do any harm to send a case of champagne, I suppose.
I'm having dinner with Tuppy.
I could leave the old days behind, leave all my pals, I'd never mind. I could start my life all anew if I had you. I could be a king, dear, uncrowned, humble or poor, rich or renowned. There is nothing I couldn't do if I had you.
Well, I'd just like to say that old Tuppy's a lucky dog. To Elizabeth and Tuppy.
We're going to be very happy together, aren't we, darling?
Yes, well, if you remember that I'm here, I suppose that's just possible. You haven't taken your eyes off that fat singer since she came on.
But she was singing.
Do I have to stand up and sing in order to get any attention?
Of course not, darling. I was just...
I have never in all my life been so humiliated.
What does she mean? Elizabeth! Poppet! What ho? Bertie, we took your advice.
Come.
Fine painter, Miss Pendlebury, is she not, Mr. Pym?
She's a great girl, Jeeves. I just can't seem to get anywhere with her.
Such a pity that her work is confined to so small an audience. It has often struck me that the man who will win Miss Pendlebury is the man who can further her career.
You don't have to go running after that fellow Pym all the time, you know, Jeeves.
It's really no trouble, sir.
If he wants a room service, he can jolly well go to a hotel and pay for it. Any sign of the dreaded sister here?
No, sir.
Well, I'm going to get on with practicing my putting. Next year I should have my entire schedule put up.
Very good, sir.
Oh, Jeeves, have a think about the Gladys Pendlebury imbroglio, will you? I'm absolutely at my wit's end.
Certainly, sir. And will that be all, sir?
Yes, Jeeves, that'll be all.
Mr. Alexander Slingsby to see you, sir.
I need hardly tell you why I'm here, Wooster.
Oh, no, of course not, absolutely. No, it's that little matter of...
Little matter? Let me tell you, when I find a man has been annoying my wife with importunities I regard it as anything but a little matter, I shall endeavor to make you see the thing in the same light.
There must be some mistake.
There is. You made it. First, you molest her at my party. Then you send her liquor, trying to lush her up, are ya?
No, no.
Yes, yes, yes!
Help me, Tallulah.
What have you done? First my brother, then my husband. You beast!
Bertie!
But Gladys, I...